Hello everyone, this is Paula. How are you today? I hope you're having a wonderful day. It's a beautiful day in Branson, and I just took the most beautiful picture of a red and yellow tree that I get to look at right out my big window. So I just couldn't believe it when I saw it this morning. It had gotten redder and more yellow. But we had 3 days of rain, so I'm sure that helped the situation. So let's get busy on the traveler's notebook. So I'm not going to ink these, but I am going to collage a few, excuse me, things are rolling. I am going to collage a few music sheets that came out of a hymnal onto the center page. Now, this page is going to be a color we don't have anywhere else, but that's all right. We're going to do blue. So, I'm going to take it off the page a little bit. I really should have put a piece of paper underneath or something. How about a paper towel? That always works, right? Let's put a paper towel under here so we don't mess up our previous page. So, I hope you guys are enjoying this series. I felt like I just lost a bunch of my, I don't know if I even have enough music sheets to do this, but we're going to find out. Anyway, so I'm just hitting it pretty hard with this with the music sheet here, and I'm going to pull it down. I want it to hang over so I can trim the edges when it dries. And I'm excited to get this done because the next one is fall. This is my design team project for Cheaply Chic. Lynette at Cheaply Chic is the one that designs the Traveler's Notebook. I was going to say album. Don't ask me why. And she does an incredible job every month putting together kits. She uses a lot of vintage things, and I just think she's a wonderful person. So I'm going to link her Etsy below so you can go check her out. Friday, the new release comes out. So prepare to go looking for that. And let's see what else I can tell you about that. Okay, I'm going to cover right there so that can go over the edge. Yeah, see, there we go. We've got that going here. Let's work on the other side a little bit because I want to, let me pull this out. I'll just make a tag out of it. I like to collage on these. You know, after Christmas, we need to do some collaging. I haven't done any in so long. I miss it. So, anyway, this would be a lot of fun to finish this one. I may put some stain on here. I haven't decided. This is going to be blue. This page is going to be in the blue family. Now, yes, we do have another side we got to watch out for here. So I'm going to put something under there. Let me find a piece of paper or something. Okay, here we go. Now, let me make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. You can. Okay, so last night when I was doing the finishing touches or putting the tags and so forth in the cardinal book, out of the blue, my phone died. And so I want to apologize for that. For it just dying on me in the midst of everything. And I'm trying to turn these different directions. I don't care if they face the same way or not. Okay. It's getting warm in here. It's when I turn these lights on so you guys can see, it is hot. Always hot. So let me see how I want to do this. I think I want to do this one at an angle this way because it will cover more that way. So I am going to have to tear some more paper, it looks like. And I've got some right here where I'm at. I just tore a couple pages to start with. And yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I had plenty on here. This one is going to fold over. Whoopsie. Okay, now let me get some more music sheet. If I can find it, there it is. Oh, this isn't a hymnal. I remember now, this is an older vintage style. I kind of save it for, you know, things I love. And I do love my journal. So, yeah, I just thought it looked pretty with some music background. Now, I'm not doing anything fancy on this page. I'll just tell you, it's not too fancy. Let's see. I'm using glue stick, Yoo-hoo. Not Yoo-hoo. But now you know. Okay. Let's get this going. As soon as I get this, we get this page done, we're going to do the next video. I think will be a video about Mosh Posh. So we'll Mosh Posh that next, in that next video. So let's do like this so we can kind of cover it right there. I like to get every edge so I don't have to worry about it coming up on me. That's frustrating when it does, right? If you have something just come up out of the blue. Okay. You know what? Let's do it right here. So I'm getting that down right there. Don't want them all to be tags. I've got quite a few. After I started doing those, I realized I probably could use the half size more. Okay. Now, let's see what we got. Let's do this big piece and put it on the left side, my left. Let's do it right here, because that will cover up the string. And then we'll do this one on the left side to cover up that last space. And we'll do it at an angle. So let's do it like this. Well, we may not. That's pretty good. Now over here, we're gonna need some more music sheet. One more. So it ended up taking 4 music sheets, which I didn't, you know, you don't think about it, but it does take up, when you're turning it and go in different directions, it does end up, you know, taking more. And I'm not using my tear tool because this is so, I don't want to say old, because it is got yellow on it. It's pretty old. But, yeah. All right, let me throw this trash out of my way so I don't get confused. Okay. Let's see. I don't want it to be one of the reasons I haven't done much collaging in the last few months is because my wrist or my hand is just too painful. Anything with pressure just kills me. You know, like you can see, it's not near as swollen as it was yesterday. But man, it's super painful. But I'll live. I'll do one more on this page before I fold it up. Okay. So let's do this one right here. We're getting close. I'm going to put a long one right down through here, but I think, let me turn this paper over. It's just faster to do it this way, isn't it? We'll do some collaging for some of our Christmas books. Okay, so I don't want to totally cover my string up. I'm going to put it down here below. But it's going to get pretty much covered up with what I have in mind. Let me get that down. See, like that right there is not wanting to stick. We'll make it happen. And once it dries, it'll be okay. So I'm looking for any bare spots. Got one right there. Okay, now I'm going to pull these papers out for now and set this aside and add glue where we need to add glue. Okay, looks like everything is down pretty well. Now I'm going to trim around where we did our last page, and get all of this hanging out over the edge off. Gotta turn it to be able to see where I'm going with it. Okay, that side is done. Let's do down here. Don't want to cut the bottom of the bag. So let's move that up here. And let's do the other side right up here. Okay, let's go down here. We've got someone coming to spray today. Oh my goodness. So, I may have told you guys this, but we had a scorpion in our house couple weeks, 2 or 3 weeks ago. And it freaked me out. I'm not gonna lie. My husband thinks it came in with some of our boxes. Not from our, because some of them sat outside in the driveway, you know, till they could get to certain things before they moved those. And my husband thinks that during that time it sat out there in the driveway, a scorpion crawled in and just came in, because it's the only one that we have seen, knock on wood. And so we're just hoping that it was a one-time thing. But then my housekeeper told me that they have seen a dead tarantula in their yard. And that they have had a, what else was it? Oh, they found the dead one, but they also found a live one. Yes, isn't that lovely? In their house. So what happened is they were adding on to their house, and they went in to load furniture when it was finished, and they think it came in on with some wood or something. They're hoping that's what it was. They went in to load things in and discovered the spider. And of course, you know, they don't bother you if you don't bother them, kind of thing. And so I said to myself, don't touch them, which I would, you know. And so anyway, needless to say, I don't want to come in contact with a spider. And Sadie has really been scratching, so I want to spray for fleas and ticks. She also had a tick, her very first tick. Yes, I don't like that, but, you know, that's life. Dogs get ticks and fleas, but never in our yard because we always kept it sprayed. Plus, she doesn't carry enough to worry about, you know. So, I'm going to see if I have this product out where I can use it. I have my Tim Holtz Distress Ink, but it looks like it is not available right this moment. So we'll use it some other time. I'm not too worried about it. Now, you know, you can go over it with ink. And I really don't want any... I'm going to use a little bit of this. I'm going to use a little bit of the aged mahogany. I don't want to just leave it, you know, its natural color. I just think it'll look better with a little, some kind of color. Even though the majority of this page is going to be in blues. See, I don't have much. It's kind of a dry sponge. I have to push a little harder if I want anything to come out of there. Okay, so see, I just want a small amount. I don't want it to, I'm I don't want to go nuts with it. So just so it doesn't look plain, I need a little bit of glue right here. I must have missed this spot. Now, I'm going to put the lid back on. We've got it all nice and neat and ready to be, trying to get my lid on straight. You know how that goes. Ready to be finished. So I'm going to pull the hearts straight down. And what my plan is, there's not much of a plan. But I am going to just kind of put some doilies down here in the center. This is my center page. Now that I say center, I realize it. So what I'm going to do is fold my doilies in half. Okay, just like that. And just put most of the glue right there. I am going to put a little bit around the edge. And then flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. I don't want it sticking to everything. The last ones I put on was, I put way too much glue on them and they were sticking to everything. Okay, so we're going to go here to the top in the center of the book where this spine is. Try to separate this before, yeah, there we go. And I'm taking it all the way up to the center. Yeah, not so bad, huh? So I'm going to pull my little, put these on the other end there. And got a piece of paper right here that just doesn't want to stay down. It raises up and then it goes back down and hides itself. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing with this other blue. Trying to get this around where I don't get my fingers all in it. Okay. So all right, get down there in the very center. And I've got to decide at this point, where do I want to put these? I think I'm going to go ahead and put these down underneath and just keep the strings straight down. So, yeah. Okay, there we go. Now, I thought in the middle, we'd just go a little darker and do this one. But let me decide what, I think that's what I had planned. We'll just do it. I don't see where I folded it, but that doesn't mean anything. So we'll just fold it. And do the same thing, only put this in the very center. These are out of my stash. You don't always get a doily, but pretty much of the time you do. Okay, now I'm going to flip it over. And this thing is tiny, so it doesn't... Why is the glue coming out 90 miles an hour? We probably will have this all over us and everything else. Yep. See what I mean? You just never know. Okay, let me wipe my hands a little bit because I'm going to stick to everything. Okay. I'm sticking to it. So I'm trying to kind of wipe some of that glue as I go. Okay, and then this side. Yeah, sometimes, I don't know, sometimes some of the doilies are more likely to, see, it wants to stick together if I close it, so can't let that happen. All right, so there is that part of it, and now we're going to add some pockets and a few things like that. Now, I am not going to use blue ink. I'm actually going to use the aged mahogany. And the reason is, I'm not putting anything on the doilies, but the reason is I want to bring some of that color in as well. So we're going to use these little tally pockets where women used to play bridge and different card games. And I am going to go like this on here. Now, these little, they're like coin envelopes, which is what they are. And I guess they would spend a certain amount while they gambled. I don't know. I don't know the reasoning behind it, but anyway, so I have 2 of these, and I liked that they had pink flowers on them, and that's how they got voted into the group. You know, I wanted to do something different on the page in the center, and I just kind of came up with this idea. So what we're going to do is end up putting 2 bags. Let me make sure they're both on the same side. So we're going to have 2 bags, and I liked having 2 bags because then you can see through it, and you can see the music. Okay, and I'm using glassine bags here. Now these are out of my kit. They may be left over from a previous month. I can't remember if these were in the kit this month or not. But you know, if you're like me, you probably keep stuff from the last kit. You don't want to throw anything away. I'm trying to get this to yeah, there we go. I might have to put a little bit more on my ink dauber. But then you have to be careful not to get too much, right? It's kind of a vicious battle. Yeah, let's put a little bit more on this one too, since we did on that one. Don't want him to feel left out. Okay, so then there's that. And we can see it. We're going to pull them all the way to the outside. And then the tally cards are going to go right here on this. And I think I'm going to cut the flaps off. That way we can still use them. And, you know. So, right now I just have this blue tag. They're claim checks. And I'm going to put around them as well some ink. And I think this is going to go in here. Maybe. We'll see. And as far as the other side goes, I don't know. I do not know. I might make some collage tags to put in there. I'm not sure yet. Or we may just collage something we already have made up. You know, something that came in the kit, because there's always plenty of things that we can use. Sometimes I'll get busy and forget, you know, you need to pull your kit out. What are you doing? Do you guys ever do stuff like that? Okay, so I'm going to cut off these little things so you can have easy access to this little back, see? And so it is in a V shape, but I think it'll be fine. And that way, yeah. Okay. So now let me think how I want to do this. I've got to see if I've got some other colors of little tags. I do have this cute little thing that was from the kit. And let me see what else. I've also got that cute little thing. So I'm thinking, I know I have some more pink. I think I'm going to get another pink one like that. I have some in my stash, and so I'm thinking, why not? Then I've got these little flashcards I can use. Let me grab one more of these. They're right over here behind me. These are the best thing to have in your stash, just so you know. I feel like I use them a lot, actually. And so that works out great. We can have a blue one and a pink one. And the thing is, the funny thing is, I'm going to ink these as well while I'm doing the inking here. I'll just use them and like alternate where they go. I'll show you what I mean. Like I'm putting the blue claim checks in the glassine bag, and I'm putting the pink in the little coin pocket. Maybe. Did I make it inside? No, I didn't. Once we glue this down, it shouldn't be a problem, though. Now, part of me is thinking, is that too tall? Well, it is pretty tall. We might want to shrink it down a little bit. I'm going to see first if we need to do that. Okay. Now, let me get my little one here. I'm thinking we might have to turn up a claim check like that. Do you know what I'm saying? And if you should decide to tear it off, whoever you, oh, I'm talking like I'm going to sell it. I'm not going to sell it, and it doesn't bother me to do my journal like this. And I may, if it ends up being a problem to get it in and out, I may just, trim it or glue it down. I couldn't tell if those went together or not. It was kind of hard. All right, so let's get these things glued down to start with. Now, the thing I don't know is if, I think I don't want to put a lot of glue on here. You can see through it, and I kind of like it to look as much see-through as possible. So I think that will work. So let's put it down here, just where you can see the music sheet around the side. And I am, like I said, I'm gluing the whole back side down. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing over here. And there we go. See how easy that was? Now, I think I want to put some lace, some blue lace. I can find the very end of the blue lace, which is right there. I'm going to put it across here. Make sure I have good scissors. And we'll see if that, just need to straighten it up a little bit. This is tiny lace, but we don't want big lace here because, well, because it will, we don't want it to get our, we don't want it right on the edge because it might get the glue in places we don't want it to go. Well, see, it is still too long. And you know how much I trimmed it. Let's just trim it again. Let me wipe my scissors off. Yeah, these are my sewing scissors, and sometimes I forget and use them. Always I use them with any kind of trim and any material like stuff. But they've about had it. Quite honestly, I don't know if they'll make it another year, so I may have to break down and I'm going to use them again right here. And see, I got it right this time. Yay! Still going to wipe them because they were too close to glue. Okay, so there we go. So this would be different, right? Let me tie this back up so I don't lose my straight pin on my table. Okay, now, okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and put, oh no, we got to glue these others down. So we're not done yet. Now, when you do the back, you want to make sure you get this little edge, but not over into the white because it is, pretty close. Don't want any glue in there. But yet you want it where you can get what you need out of it. So I'm going to center it right down here on the bag. And you don't want to put so much that by accident you could get into the pocket portion. So let's go this way. And yeah. Okay. All right. So I think those are, you know, this is nothing fancy. This is just, I wanted to add some blue. I like all the colors, you know, in Victorian style books. Mostly the maroons and pinks. But sometimes I'm trying to get this glue that is oozing out, I guess I should say, over here on this side. I don't want anything sticking together. It just keeps being sticky. I need to give it a minute. Okay, in the meantime, we're going to put these in our pockets here. And I'm going to either put the same lace or I'm going to find some pink to put in these. Yeah. And this one will go in here. And I really don't think it needs top, you know, anything on the top, but I'll look at the fibers and see what I have. Let me make sure we got all the sticky. I don't know why I didn't put that much on this one. I guess it just gets on there. Maybe it's on the side of this big bag. I bet that's what it is. Ta-da-da. See, it's still over here. I don't know if it's coming off my fingers. No way to know for sure. Okay, so there's that one. And this one is, it could be my finger is sticky. You know how that works, right? Okay. So, this is how it turned out. Trying to think what else I could put on here to make it look pretty. Maybe, let's just see. Maybe we want to put some flowers. But the thing about the flowers is they'd have to go right here. And we have to hole punch something to put behind it because you know how that goes, right? Let me get some scrap paper. Well, what did I do with it? Let's just use some of this. There it is. Okay, let me hole punch. Let me show you how I do it whenever I want to cover the back and put something different behind it. I go ahead and punch 4 little holes. Well, so far, I don't know if I have 4 that's complete. That one's not. There's 4. And that one's not. So, yeah. That worked out. And we're going to ink them. Because, yeah, has to match, right? When you turn it over. And this is a last minute thought. Do you guys ever do that? Have last minute thoughts when you're decorating? Okay, now you're going to flip it over. Where'd my flower go? Okay, my flower's right here. I think my little center thing is not even, so we're going to add another one right there. Got a little pearl right there. Come on, little pearl. I wonder if she's like mini pearl. Ha ha ha. Okay, so now we're going to put glue around the flower like this and in the middle. Now, you will put it on the front and put the pop-up through the hole. Okay? That's how you know you're in the right direction. And then we're going to take, usually I try to use the same color, like in this situation it would be blue. For some reason, what did I do different? I got to hold this for a second. It probably is the pop-up. I'm going to hold it down like this. Yeah, the pop-up, you know, will affect the back a little bit. But you just keep pushing till you get it down, right? So that's what I'm doing here. Now, I'll do all three of them this way. I'm going to do the other blue one. I'm using the darker tone on, but I'm also gluing it from the front, so we shouldn't have any problems. Well, wait a minute. This doesn't have quite enough on it. I want to make sure it also, has enough glue on the back to attach this other part, even though it's floating a little bit. So, all right, so I will work on these after the video, but what I will do is get them to be flat. But in the meantime, I'm just going to put them back into their pockets. And I'm also going to put some on our little pink ones. And yes, they will be blue, but they'll be a lighter blue. Let's see if we can find a lighter blue. Here's one that's lighter. And here's one that's lighter. Trying to find them with the thing in the center. Why not? Okay. So my new rug arrived today for my dining room table. I'm excited to get it all put together. I'll take pictures and show you, or I'll do a little video when it's all decorated. It'll be a little while because I've got to paint some of the furniture. We're probably talking 6 months. But once I get my mind set, I don't really mess around. I usually get in there and get with it. Yeah, so there we go. Okay, there's that one. And now we're going to do the same thing here, and we'll be done with this page. So, I hope you guys had fun doing the center page, which took a little longer. That's the only reason we only got one in today. I'm going to be doing one more video because by the time all of these go up, it'll be time for the October. And when Christmas comes, I want it to be, I may use it as my December daily. Just so you know. I haven't decided yet. And that will all be decided at some point. Depending on if it's enough pages. I've got She puts in 15, so I don't know. It may not be, and that's okay. I may have to just do another one and do mine for fun, right? Okay, so the back is down pretty good right now. So we're gonna put this in here just until you get to the flower. And yeah, how cute is that? I hope you guys had fun today during this video. I will be back to do, in the next video, I've got some really pretty decoupaging of napkins and so forth. And so it's going to be just really pretty. So hope you guys had fun. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Go check out Lynette's YouTube channel and her Etsy shop. I'll link it below. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye now.